by the brother that's sitting on the stoop with a needle in his hand. You walk by the little sister that's out there hustling her body. You and the church ain't got no time for your people. But Jesus never would have walked by. He told his disciples, go out in the highways and the byways and bring me the blind, the lame, and the halt, and the poor. And because we ain't got no time for the young don't have no time for us. Some of our young people will walk in a church. Don't let it be a gold cross. Right. They take the cross and whoop you with it and going out and see how much they can get from the market. You take up a good collection, they come in with their guns and say, nigga, give me that money. Because they see you as worse than themselves, because what you see in them is what you get. But we are using a white collar and a robe to hide our low down filth behind God's righteous gun. Go ahead. Children are tired of the double standard and the double dealing and the hypocrisy. So they out in the street cold, hurting and cold. Fearless, brave, but not guided. Come on. Stay on that. They're angry, but they don't really know why they're angry or who they're really angry at. They're just angry. They're not committed to nothing but the posse that rides with them. Right. In the nice white neighborhoods of Minneapolis and St. Paul, the city council makes sure that money is there so that the natural aggression in males is channeled. All of us as men, we're a little different from the female. We like strength. You like strength too, sisters, but from a different angle. Men follow strength. Yes. You show you a punk as a leader, right? They do just what the gorillas do. They eat you up. Right. So the leader got to be strong. Right. The leader got to be a man that's courageous and daring, and he must be the #1 killer. Yeah. Right. Then the rest of them will follow him. 'Cause that's the way leadership is. So in white communities, the natural aggression in the male is channeled. They build a beautiful park for them. There's a little league baseball and basketball and boxing and all these things that channel aggression into team sports rather than degenerate gang activity. Come on. Come on. All right now. That ain't working too much on the white side of town these days. Because as a man soweth, the same must he also reap. That's right. So the white community is beginning to reap what has been sown in the black community. You got to feel what we've been feeling all our lives. Okay? Now I'm stating a problem. And I don't want any of you to think that it's hopeless. I said when I first started, this is the best generation that we've ever produced. It don't look like it. I went to the movie the other day. I heard about Menace to Society, so I wanted to go see it. And as I looked at the film, I have to tell you the truth. I said to myself, Father, what word could I give to my brothers and sisters to stop the madness that I see on this screen? Come on. Some of you that are listening to me tonight, when I finish, you all are going to bear witness that what I've taught is the truth. But when I leave here and get on a plane and go back to Chicago, Of what benefit will my words be if they don't touch your heart to make a change? I'm not here as an entertainer. I love you. And I am willing to give my life for you because I see you as greater than myself. But I want to see you live and not die. The funeral business today is booming. The undertakers are having a field day. And it's not all people dying of natural causes. It's the cream of our young black men dying from gunshot wounds. Our little babies of promise dying because of drive-by shootings. A young man that attends the mosque in Chicago was driving one night in his Benz, and two brothers came up to him with guns to take his car. They not only took his car, they took him to an abandoned building, took his watch, his ring, his gold chain, and his money, and they put the gun to his head, and they were going to blow his head off. And he said, "Don't kill me. I'm a Muslim man. Don't kill me." And the brother stopped and asked him, "Who you with?" He said, "I'm with Farrakhan."
Now listen.
They gave him back his gold chain, his watch, his money. No, don't applaud. Please don't applaud. I want you to think. They walked him to his car, gave him his keys, and let him go. When I heard that, I went off to myself and I wept. Not because the boy was able to say he knew my name, but suppose he didn't know me.
That's right.
That's what I was thinking about. Suppose he just was a black brother who was uninformed. He had a car. He would have been a dead man.
Yes, sir.
That's what hurt me.
Yes, sir.
That a black man has no chance to live because of the cold, heartless brutality that we inflict upon one another.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, if we don't stop killing one another,
Come on.
God is going to give you your own blood to drink.
That's right.
Because he has a killer.
Go ahead. That's right.
That has been killing since he's been on the earth. The book of Revelation calls him the blood shedder.
That's right.
He shed the blood of all life. He kills animals without reason and kills human beings the same way. That's why instead of the picture being called menace to society, T-O, it's menace to society. Well, if you are John the second, there gotta be John the first. If you are menace to, who's menace number one? White folk have gone all over the world as a menace number one to all society. The Native Americans met menace number one.
Yes, they did.
Our fathers met menace number one. Africa met menace number one. Asia, the isles of the Pacific and the Caribbean and South America, they have met the violence of menace number one. You grew up under a cold, heartless killer. And you have become like, not God, but like your former slave masters. So you are menace number two. But you're not a menace to him.
No.
You're a menace to yourself, to your people, to your own family. So what do you need? You need guidance and a new direction.
Come on.
I'm almost finished.
Take your time.
Now, in dealing with the problem, there has to be a solution.
Come on. All right.
When you listen to Jim Brown, you're listening to a man who comes with solution. Yeah. When you listen to Dick Gregory, when you listen to Prince Asiel, when you listen to Spike and listen to Sharif and others, you're listening to people who have solution to problems. Yes,